For this community resource investigation, I decided to reach out to the Easterseals office in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is part of the western and central Pennsylvania region. So Easterseals is a program that I've had pretty limited interaction with in the past. So I was excited to kind of get a glimpse of what they do and kind of the people that they serve. So for a quick overview, Easterseals in general is the largest nonprofit in the health sector across the country. It's incredible. They serve about 1.4 million people a year, ranging from children all the way up to kind of adults in their later on in their life. So the Easterseals kind of campaign first started in 1934, so it's been around for an exceptionally long time. And when it was first kind of starting, its sole purpose was to raise money and awareness for children with disabilities. Now they do have a separate purpose and mission statement. So the purpose that they kind of set in stone is to change the way the world defines and views disabilities by making profound positive differences in people's lives. When I read this, it sounds a lot like kind of that awareness piece that we were talking about, but also making a difference. So this is like paradigm shifts, overall societal changes. Now, the mission is a little more specific and a little more based on the individual. So the mission is to provide exceptional services to ensure that all people with disabilities and their families have equal opportunities to live, learn, work, and play in their communities. So this kind of aligns with what I'm going to talk about shortly about their overall programmatic structure. So their program is broken down into 4 kind of overarching themes, and each theme has different populations and different kind of focuses. And so they're broken into live, learn, work, and play. So the LIVE program is focused on building daily living skills and independent living skills. The end goal is that the individuals working in this program are able to someday live independently, or as independently as they possibly could, and reach any of their independent living goals. And so this is obviously primarily focused on adults with both physical, intellectual, and mental illnesses. The LEARN program, similar to the LIVE program, is about teaching more community-based skills. So whether it's social skill building or being able to help build comfort when interacting with others in a kind of community environment, the whole idea is helping them understand what the basic necessities are to be a productive member of a community, and how to be able to enter and participate in these community events independently. So again, this is primarily focused on adults with disabilities. The work program, as the name kind of suggests, is a program based on vocational training. So this can range from soft skill training to more specific kind of learning trades so they can enter the workforce successfully. Because again, the end goal here is that everybody is able to reach a point where they are able to have financial independence. So here we have adults again, but there's a pretty big focus on individuals that are older, that maybe have spent many years in day programs or day facilities. So allowing them even later in life to be potentially entering the workforce for the first time. And the last program is the play program. And so this program is kind of different than the rest in both setting and focus. So Easterseals has summer camps, recreational camps, a lot of different kind of outdoor capacities. And again, like the name suggests, its focus is to help kids have fun and have genuine challenges that they can overcome and build relationships through this. It's also meant to be respite care for their primary caregivers as well. So giving family members and caregivers some time and flexibility to relax and have some fun as well. So to get a little more specific, there are obviously a lot of things that Easterseal does that doesn't fall into these 4 programs. So they kind of have 3 branches of services that are separated by age. So for young children and adolescents, there's a very big focus on early intervention and assessment services, making sure that they are receiving the appropriate services as early as possible, but also providing adequate childcare, medical rehabilitation, and autism services. For young adults and adults or veterans, because Easterseals also works with veterans. So here is where vocational training, helping them find employment and helping them get to and from employment. So in this kind of area, independent living skills and vocational skills is pretty important. And with older adults, there's again, finding employment opportunities. If that's not an option, being able to find appropriate day services and then also respite care for their primary caregivers. So I had 2 questions that came up as I was researching this. The first one is figuring out what the name Easterseals actually comes from. And it was very interesting learning this. And so this image to the right is a good representation of kind of advertisement back in the 50s. So when Easterseals was first starting out, it was again trying to raise awareness and raise money. And in the 30s, there was a year that they sent out this donation request around Easter, and they asked their donors to use a specific seal on the envelope that was signifying their support for the organization. And also, because it was around Easter, the lily kind of became a kind of symbol for the organization. So if you look to the right, that kind of center red seemingly object is actually a lily. So that's kind of how it came to be. Easter seals. So the seals around Easter. And the next question is kind of derived from the fact that I'm very interested in adventure education, providing kids with unique and novel challenges in an outdoor setting. So I wanted to look into what specific accommodations are provided to individuals with disabilities that attend their recreational or summer camps. And it was incredible, the list that I found. Ultimately, any individual with any physical, mobility issues, limited mobility, emotional issues, learning issues, developmental issues, anything, there is an accommodation that will allow them to participate 100%, whether it requires assisted technology, specific elements that makes the activities, more disability friendly, and also staff that are highly supportive, highly trained, and ready to support any physical or emotional need when it arises. So these programs that Easterseals offers is an incredible opportunity to learn and grow for these participants. So overall, I really enjoyed this experience. I was able to make a contact with an individual at the Harrisburg office, and I had an excellent interview with them and multiple follow-up questions. And I think this is just an incredible program that I'm thrilled that we have in the area, and I'm hoping that one day I can find a way to start having individuals participate in some of these programs.